Good girl. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks? His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make, but by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves very well. The book can just as easily be pried.
Let's see, shall we?
Over here!
Impressive. But we have other means.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct that a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable. It is a question of numbers. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief...
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book. The world is small. We shall... Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain. Come on. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Conditioning. Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's... This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman. Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. It's over. This one. Get him! Go for it! This one! This one. Get him. Go for him. Get him. Go for him. This one. Get him. were no guards, I take it?
None manning the gates, no. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he...
Don't give up hope just yet. But let me check the ground floor. The ether's thick.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. Locked up tight.
Go, Torgal! Over here! Second! Go, Torgal! You're finished!
So this place was no ordinary, and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they All right.
Get him!
Minimal loss if we're lured alive. Even the Imperials take better care of them. They were feeding bearers to it. Nothing but a Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this... pitting bearers against a wild beast, armed, and not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children, and those who wouldn't, or couldn't, were...
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the
Then we're too late. And I was
Don't say that.
a key. but it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right.
Have care. Over here!
Let's see what we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other...
Some of the guards, they're still here. Everyone else...
Thank the fountain.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't...
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been
Tatovisk,
What?
he fought the monster. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Chadwick.
Was that...
Monster's back! Chadwick!
We have to get out of...
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. What is it?
A diary. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. Slowly but surely. I thank the flames we found her.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out how he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things, so we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have, after so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own, and he died not as someone's tool.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers and the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done.
Thank you, Doris. Run like the wind. This be Nickelbug. These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah, did you too Heed the call.
Heed the call? No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home. The others...
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. Just as King... This village is that where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sin.
Let us be reborn. Free us from the torment.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here?
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's...
Thank you. If you don't...
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chap still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a...
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more you have seen them at their prayers. They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I am praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills, and not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might serve him with all of their being. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... And so I would see it through to the end, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if...
You do understand what their dream is?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Slow. Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see you.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came. And their wish was your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life...
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred.
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause. It matters not how misguided others might, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, for better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, but will, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers
Good girl. Back. Be safe. Stay down! Uncle, the Field Marshal has agreed to your...
Of course he has.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's army, he asked if
one of your...
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their place. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuade, but luckily I had some
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued...
It was more of a...
Well, the old battle axe was so... She had a shipload of talent, and when the other houses saw the passer...
I'm happy.
Now, I must be... Join us there at your earliest
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to... That is, unless you'd have them
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, but I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the like. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine,
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the...
Once more unto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to... We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might... And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves... The fate of the world lies in my nephew's, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by... Citizens of Well, my boy.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask you, we shall play our parts to the best of our abilities. That you might have the opportunity. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you. I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will.
What do you think that thing is?
You should have seen... Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help, but from what I hear...
No. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim.
Indeed it is. Thank you for your... The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has... And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due us, after all.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade. And any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, and by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you...
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, chance would be a fine thing.
Forgive me, Sid. This...
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Vivian, I found it.
Thank you. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely... I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief, and that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the...
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be, provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, and that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one...
Do you still feel that way? That you're not...
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I... But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to remember, Clive. When enough people believe give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe...
I'll try, Vivian.
I hear that you traveled to... Did you by any chance recover them?
I did.
The director was a brutal man.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened.
I pray that at least some of them, all their names are here. My friends. My light, and I can still remember their faces. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that...
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on.
I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach. And the spirit of those its custodians, all of Valisthea, and in the name of those I lost.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity.
Tell me this is all you need.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world, or...
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a wand and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one, though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can... A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember...
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Well?
They did.
Will it work? He's perfect!
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that, and I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do. If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him. It's usually me making demands of her
First the skies, then the crystal.
So what do I owe the honor? So, will it be? And?
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon and...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if...
Is there anything I can do to help? All right, then.
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck.
Not just any.
No. One made from the... There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but...
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose oar sits attached...
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know.
You're a good friend, Clive.